Hi, my name is Dr. Frank A. Thomas, and I had the opportunity to speak with Reverend Dr. Cynthia L, the senior pastor of Ray of Hope Christian Church, Decatur, Georgia, about preaching. Check out this clip from our conversation. To watch the full interview, click the link at the end of the video or in the description below. You will be blessed. So if you've had to suggest 3 things that you learned out of these 38 years at Ray of Hope that you might share with anybody that's either in ministry, give us 3, if you can, 3 great lessons that occur to you as you look back at those 38 years.
I think the first one for me is how important it is to know yourself and be authentically who you were created to be. In that setting as a pastor, obviously I was interacting with lots of people, and the challenge to be yourself, authentically who you are, to preach, to teach, to lead, to not be anxious, because there were so many things that I didn't know going in. And I figured out that if I didn't know myself, that I would continue to make mistakes or continue to be anxious and seek perfection. And try to outdo the next person or be jealous, compare myself with others who were around me. So I had to learn to be myself. And I think that's true in any setting. The second thing that I would say is, once you know yourself, how important it is to empower others, to celebrate the gifts and graces, abilities of other people, and to empower them to use their gifts. That was one of the secrets of growth at Ray of Hope Christian Church. I did not do it all by myself. I empowered. I took the time to teach, to train, to coach, to mentor leaders. And so we released those leaders. As a matter of fact, I could not afford staff for years. I think I had a secretary and a musician, choir director. But I had 30 ministries at one point, Frank, and they were all led by lay people who had the gifts, the expertise, and they made it happen. But I had to empower them, had to help them believe in themselves, and also teach them servant leaders, because I chose people who knew how to do the work in the world, but not in the church, and so had to really empower them. And I think the third lesson would be how to fight.
Tell me about it.
Pastoring, as you know, is tremendously difficult because you're dealing with a lot of different personalities. And for me as a woman, there were men and women who, though I started the church and I was the first one there, okay? God and me. They came in thinking that they were going to run the church, or they would say things, subtle and sometimes not so subtle, things that would belittle me. And so I was always in a fight. I felt like I always had to defend myself. Initially, it was with my cutting tongue. And I was fighting all the time and just hitting against people. And then God began to teach me how to discern between what I needed to respond to and what I didn't, what I needed to address and what I did not, and how to. So I began to fight differently. Preached like crazy on Sunday morning. Loved the hell out of folks Monday through Saturday, the rest of the week. And have conversations with those people who had opposition to me for whatever reason. That made life and ministry so much better. It's not that we don't fight for the right to be who God has called us to be. It's learning how to fight.